Hey, everybody.
How is everybody?
Your old friend John and old one thumb Tommy boy over there.
It's all better.
It's all better. It's like it never even happened.
Nope.
So it's Tuesday night. This is our Brewery Strong podcast, but we wanted to, our podcast is, what are we calling this? South Jersey Beer Scene Live.
Live, yes.
And, but before we got started with our friends from Brewery Strong and our special guest, Michael Payne, we wanted to talk real quick about the Atlantic City Beer Festival. I know that everybody got an email from Ticketmaster and lost their minds, but we just want to give it a little clarity to it. It's not canceled. It's postponed until its traditional spring date. If you have tickets, you can use them in the spring. If you're going to go, you're going to use them in the spring.
Yep.
We know John and we know the crew down there and all the stuff that they do. And we're sad that that's being moved for them, but all the events are being moved.
Yes, it's not just theirs.
It's not just theirs. There's a lot of things being moved. So, support the people that support craft beer, that support the area with not just Beer Fest, but they do the Gilda's Club race. They do the Down Beach Seafood Festival, Witchcraft, and several other fundraising things. So, guys, if you can, don't pull those money. Don't pull that money out. Save them for next year.
If you go every year like we do, just save it and go.
You're going to go. So that's my public service announcement for our friends at Good Time Tricycle.
Hey, Kristen.
Yeah, so let's bring on the two other board members along with myself from Brewery Strong. I got Rob Callaghan and I got Matt Czigler, Zigmeister Brewing, and Rob Callaghan of Fun Bobby 2022 and of Tuckahoe Brewery. What's up, guys?
2020.
Yeah.
How's it going?
We need them now.
You all right?
Yeah, we're all doing well. So I guess about 2 months ago, a little less than 2 months ago, me and Rob and Matt, and along with Alexis Deegan and Cindy DeRama from Twin Elephant got on here and we announced Brewery Strong, a nonprofit that benefits people in the craft beer, craft industries across the state, brewery, bar, and restaurants. And we asked, for you guys to help us out. Let's help our friends out. So we wanted to bring you an update. We're about 2 months in. It was about 2 months, Matt, I guess we're about right now.
Yeah.
And things have been amazing. Everybody out there, you've been amazing. And Rob, and really working hard on this and cultivating this idea and allowing us to, come on and help him. Matt doing really good work up there in his part of the territory. So Rob, let's just cut to the chase. Tell us what's going on and how we're doing.
So to date, we have raised, with the help of so many breweries out there, we know that they're struggling as well, but through the sales of their altogether worldwide collaboration, we've brought in over $42,000 so far.
Wow.
Which is phenomenal. It's exceeded my expectations. I will have to say that. I shot for the stars saying maybe 50,000, but yeah, we'll get there too. I mean, we're not done. To date, we have given out 94 grants totaling $24,000. So, going to help. There's been a vast amount of people that are in the breweries and people at bars that support, New Jersey craft beer.
And it's been pretty amazing because I think it was a perfect storm of events all together. The worldwide collaboration hit. And we started getting checks and we were like, oh my goodness, like the giving spirit of not just the breweries, but of all the people that bought t-shirts. And guys, we killed them with those t-shirts. I know there's some ladies out there waiting for their
t-shirts. Just got hers today after ordered it May 12th.
But
April 22nd.
Teespring, yeah, there you go. Teespring was just inundated with orders. They had more orders than they had at Christmas time this year, not just from us, but from a lot of these fundraising efforts. So thank you for your patience and thank you for your support. We were able to raise a lot of money, and 94 people. It sounds like a lot, but we have a lot of money that we need to give away. So one of the things we want to talk about tonight is, don't think we want everybody who can use a little help to ask for the help, to fill out the application. It's not going to go to your taxes. It's not going to mess you up your unemployment. It's a grant. So
tax-free dollars.
Tax-free dollars, and your community has raised this for you. So
don't think you're taking it away from somebody else that needs it. If you need it,
we have money.
Why?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
speak
as
up.
somebody who is in beer sales, but also came out of the bar industry as a bartender, like I know how much your tips will be affected, and I know how much your ships will be affected going into this because I'm out there every day as well, and yeah, tell Jordan I'll send that tomorrow.
Tell him yourself. He's listening.
Jordan, I'll send it tomorrow. I'm sorry, I was busy today. Yeah, so please, like we want to help as many people as possible, and it's so important to like. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, we can't tell what the future is going to be. Who knows? Nobody knows. But we want to help you, and the only way you can do it is if you apply. And I've told numerous amounts, as well as Matt, as well as Cindy and Alexis and John. We've told many people, and sometimes I get frustrated because people don't do it. Yeah, and if you're saving it for a rainy day, please don't do it while we can. This is what we created this for.
And one of the the community's been great, and one of the companies and persons that's been really good with us is our friend Michael Payne, who I'm going to add to the stream here. Rob, hey Michael, how you on? There he is.
Michael,
I'm here, guys.
How you doing?
Great, man. How are you guys?
Good. So, Michael, let's talk a little bit about Michael and his company and what they do and what they did for us.
And Michael is from Arc International in Millville. They do glassware and all kinds of things now, starting to delve into personalizing some growlers. I met Michael at the brewery. I happened to be working the shift at the brewery, and we got to talking, and he said, who handles ordering glassware? And I'm like, you're talking to him. And it's gone from there. We become buddies, and we have a lot of things in common. One is drinking good beer, so we like to do that as well. And when we started Brewery Strong, I reached out to Michael, and they were so willing to help, which is I'm so grateful for.
So, Michael, tell us. I'm going to put you on the big screen here. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do, where you come from, and where your love of craft beer started.
So my company is a glass company. It's Arc International, and specifically Duran Glass is the factory in Millville in southern Jersey. So we're local. I was brought here from Georgia and had a love of craft beer, heavily into the Athens and Atlanta beer scene. And so a big draw for me was the market segment we had in the craft beer industry here and wanting to get deeper. So when I came, I joined up. They hired me. They hired director of sales, Mike Grammons, from the beer industry with a focus on a heavy push into the micro, not just the brews, but also the wineries and the spirits as well. And they hired us. One reason we were both so excited was because of our love of craft beer. And I just I fell in with Rob and the guys at Tuckahoe, and I thought they had a great product, along with all the other South Georgia breweries. And it just seemed like a really good fit. And when things went, upside down, when everything got crazy, business slowed up for us, just like it did for all the brewers. And I said, why not build some goodwill? Why not help where we can? One thing we have an abundance of is glass. And if I can help, then I will. And so me and my guys in the decoration department there at Duran Glass for Arc International decorated, donated, and helped out any way we could.
Yeah, and it was pretty amazing. And is anybody drinking out of a Brewery Strong glass right now?
I will be soon.
There you go.
I'm glad.
And I think, Matt, you have some up at your brewery, or did you still have some left?
Yeah, we're on our last case.
You're on your last case.
Yeah.
So if you're up in Matt's area, he has the glasses, and I think
I have 5 left.
you have 5 left. I have a couple left too as well. So I think we're going to be, actually getting away to, now that the breweries are open somewhat, that we'll be able to get them out on the shelf to sell.
Yeah.
But if you're a brewery or anybody that uses glassware that's here, Michael and his people over at the company have really done they've really done a nice job with us. And I know Rob and Nate, we talk a lot, and we were just overwhelmed with the charity of our business owners. And Michael, we want to thank you. I mean, it really was, I think Rob teared up a little bit as with all that you've done for us. So if you guys are in that business, you're looking for glassware, you're going to have all of his information up on our website, links up on Brewery Strong before the end of the night. Reach out to these guys. Great guys. Not looking for anything in return. They just saw a need and they wanted to help. And not saying, hey, I'll do this for you, can you do this? It was not that. And in this day and age, in this business, that was amazing. I mean,
you just you made my point. I just wanted to point out that we did not do this expecting anything in return, except to build goodwill amongst the South Jersey beer scene, and it was totally out of goodwill and from the bottom of our hearts, and we just wanted to help out the guys and gals affected during this terrible time, especially in the craft industry. So.
And that they did. And Rob, as we move forward with this and we're able to have some merchandise out on shelves, we have a lot of ideas from Michael and his guys. I know they have a lot of ideas.
We talked about that.
Yes.
Yeah. And I want to just show you some of the work that they did there. So these are the crowlers. Where did this come from?
He did the crowlers for his.
So they're the crowlers there. I mean, that's pretty amazing. I can't get in real close to them, but you have the Brewery Strong, and then you have the Damn No Torpedoes cover there that they're using at Tuckahoe. So really, really nice work. I'm sure, Rob, you have those pictures up somewhere, I'm sure.
Not yet. I will. I had to come home and make dinner after Michael had a couple of beers.
Oh, that's where you were. I get it. So, Michael, we really like to thank you. What's the best way to get a hold of you for people that want to, talk to you about doing some glassware for their business?
Yeah, if they'll look up ARC International, we have a presence, and especially if they're in the beer scene, if they'll just Google ARC International Beer, it'll put them in touch with Michael Grammons, who's the director of that segment, and he can send them our entire catalog. They can choose the different price range which suits them. They can upload their decorations digitally, and we'll be able to turn their samples around very quickly. Those crowlers that Rob showed you, I printed those this afternoon just before delivering to them.
I think I sent the artwork at 1:00.
That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. So if you're looking for quality work, and the work is amazing. Everything was perfect. You're right next to each other. You couldn't we get stuff. Tom and I get stuff, and you're not sure what the quality of something's going to be. Great price points and really, really quality work. So we do have some links to you on Brewery Strong. They'll be up on SJ Beer Scene, and we'll have some tags on the videos as we go further. So Michael, from the bottom of all of our hearts and from all the community, thank you for everything that you did. And,
you guys, we're just glad to help out.
I think Mike just joined us. I'm going to pop him on real quick.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
Hey, Mike.
I finally get to meet you face to face at that.
So Mike, we were talking about all the good things that you guys did for Brewery Strong and how you can help local businesses. And Rob and I and Matt and Tom and everybody want to thank you so much for reaching out and helping us. Purely charitable. We really do appreciate that. No, what do they say? No hidden fees, no hidden charges, right, Rob? I mean, it was good.
I'm going to give him a free plug before he starts. Michael brought in plastic beer mugs today. So all you people that have outside, and they can print it for you, and I'll be ordering tonight.
Fantastic.
And Mike, we're going to have the links up, and we expect some breweries to be reaching out to you very soon as we're opening up our spaces, and people are trying to figure out, how to navigate through that space. Tom's going to be working in that space tomorrow, right, Tom?
Yes, I will. I'll be working at Tuckahoe Inn from 4 to 9.
So,
Tuckahoe Brewing.
Tuckahoe Brewing. As you learn to navigate this space, Michael and Mike are two guys that you should really look forward to that have a lot of experience with outdoor venues. Because Matt, I talked to Matt earlier. He's looking to go from a totally indoor venue to a giant 5,000 square foot outdoor beer amusement park. And
with barrel rolling.
Beer coasters.
And these are the kind of guys you need to reach out to. Guys, website?
And Michael Grammons, how about the website and contact?
Yeah, absolutely. So our website is www.arc.com. And you can reach out to me direct too. And what I can do is I can send you guys some links, whatever you guys need from that perspective. I've been in the brewing industry for 30 years. So started from the ground up, worked for a couple major breweries, ran a distributorship, worked for some craft brewers. So, and recently ran a whole craft beer division for the Belter companies before coming over to ARC. So,
You know the business.
yeah, absolutely. Whatever you guys need from marketing, so you need help with anything, I'm here as a consultant to help you guys. That's all free to you. I visit, the lucky thing that I've gotten to do over the years is I probably visited about 4,000 or 5,000 breweries and distilleries over the past 12 years. So, from your major ones all the way down to street level startups. So
That's a dream job.
Yeah.
It's a dream job for you, not for our wives.
You're absolutely correct on that. And my liver took a beating over the years, but I still love it to this day. So I wouldn't change things for the world. To be honest with you.
Listen, I appreciate everything that you guys have done. Like,
Good.
it's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you. We appreciate it too, and we look forward to working with you guys and helping however we can help you guys from any front. You name it, we can help you.
Thanks, guys. Hey, we're going to go on with the show. We're going to have your links out there. Rob, get them to Rob, and we'll get you. And Michael, I'll give you a call. We'll talk about getting that stuff up on the website. Wink, wink. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
They're two great guys. I mean, that's the kind that, we wanted to bring. Rob called me today, so let's bring some guys on, some people on that have helped. We'd like, the breweries have done a significant amount of the heavy lifting for the nonprofit. But guys like Michael Ray, Alvin Cintron, and the people over at Chickies and Pete's, I mean, he just walked in one day and said, "Here, this is from us." These are the things that are amazing to me. Like Rob sees people out and they're like, "Hey, here's $200."
I delivered 7 checks today.
Yeah.
As I was out doing sales, and just the response, like, "You're so wonderful," and I'm like, "Not really, but it's it's something that a good group of people decided to do," and that's the message. Like, it's nothing. Honestly, it's not about me. It's not about anybody patting themselves on the back. It's about being a good human being. That's it.
Right. Yeah, and I think that when we didn't know what to expect at first, we want to thank our people, our friends out at Republic Bank, and have been very, very helpful for everything. John Davidson. Thanks for your help. We've gotten a lot of free advice from some accountants out there and some lawyers, and we're moving on to try and keep building where we're going. So we're in this pandemic. People are closed and stuff like that. People are like, "What are you going to do when everybody's back to work?" So Matt, let's talk a little bit about the rest of our mission with Brewery Strong. Some of the things that we would like to do as things return a little bit back to normal.
Yeah. So, the big thing, everyone sees what's going on right now, the money that we've raised, but it's, this isn't just going to be a flash in the pan for everything that we want to be putting together. So we don't want to be just raising money for the COVID-19 issue going right now. We want to be raising money for problems, raising awareness, raising money and information for moving forward down the road. So for either education in the beer industry, in the restaurant industry, and so on, for craft beer in general, but also for other projects that we're looking at for raising money for Brewery Strong. Down the road, we have other collaborations that we're looking at too, to be able to raise money for these projects we're going to be working on. Mm-hmm. We've been chatting with Cindy, one of the other board members from Twin Elephant, about a similar collaboration as the All Together project that we'll be doing for New Jersey. We're putting a recipe together, and hopefully in the fall we'll be able to get something going forward for this. Awesome. Our big thing right now is to make sure that the focus right now is on using these funds that we're still getting in from breweries, from restaurants, and assistance from individuals all over the place for the COVID, and then to be looking down the road. So we don't want to be jumping on the heels of all this stuff. We want to be, there's so many different things going on in social media in general, in the media, that we don't want to be jumping on with the Black is Beautiful, the just
Whatever collaboration comes.
the news is exploding like crazy right now with everything. So
we're trying to be the good news.
Yeah. So, we've raised a good amount of money right now. We're working in the back of the scenes. We're trying to get this money out and disperse to the people that need it. But we're also working on projects for down the road as well. So other collaborations, other projects, working on educational platforms for people to be able to either get sponsorships or anything else that's needed down the road as well. So it's not just a now problem, a now thing that we're looking at for this nonprofit, this charity. It's a future thing too. We're trying to future-proof this and make sure that everything that people are donating their money to right now, it's not just momentary issue help. We're looking for the bigger picture down the road too.
Yeah, and hopefully to spread it out to other areas and franchise, if that's the right word, and get our word out to where it needs to go.
This might not just be New Jersey. This could be U.S. large. It could be regional. It could be everything. This is right now. Yeah, right now it's craft beer general in New Jersey, but it could be craft beer restaurant and so on throughout the region, and hopefully grows on from there. So
we've had some interest from other states, and we're just kind of pumping the brakes because we want to help the people in our backyard first. Yeah. So I also want to give a shout out to a couple people. Crystal, who's here, Crystal Lockman, one of our trustees. Crystal, she's got some Brewery Strong glasses coming from ARC to Axe and Arrow on Monday. They use ARC a lot, and she says you vouch for their quality. But I like to thank Crystal personally for helping us. We try and vet all of our people that look. A lot of people will apply, and we're getting some people that are just not that are unscrupulous. We want you guys to know that every person that applies, we are vetting them to make sure that they're in the industry, that they're working, that what their story is, and we try and do that so that we make sure that the money that you've all sent to us is going to the right people. And it's been pretty amazing. Of all the people that we've had very few people trying to be jokers on there. And that's amazing. But Crystal's been helping out vetting people. Mike Kivowitz has been helping from New Jersey Craft Beer, getting the word out everywhere. Augie Carton helping out up north. And to every person that's shared one of our posts, that's called and asked where the beer is, the people in the COVID brewery group, Al Gattulo has been awesome. Al, I know you're watching right now. Thank you so very much for having us on, and having Rob on and getting the word out.
Joe Molina, everybody is written an article.
Paulino and NJ.com and Pete Koulos and everybody that's written one word about everything. Thank you so much. So I want to move off of Brewery Strong real quick, and let's talk to. I'm going to talk to Matt and Rob real quick. Tell us what it's like with its outdoor, your outdoor space. So for those of you who've never been to Zigmeister, he has a pretty big area. He has a pretty big property up there, and has a small outdoor beer garden most of the time, I think. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about. So what did you have to do to get prepared for this in this time, and what's it looking like, and when are you going to open?
So it's a multiple step kind of thing that we've been looking at. So we have a full, about a 20,000 square foot property that we have, 10,000 square foot building, 10,000 square foot outdoor area. That about 5,000 square foot of the outdoor area was usable for beer garden before this, and then the rest was parking lot. We've been moving through the process even before all this COVID-19 kind of happened, that we wanted to take away our upper parking lot area because we have a lower parking lot section, and kind of turn that upper parking lot into a full beer garden, redesign the whole thing out, actually make it more beer garden-y and take the asphalt out and everything like that, and actually turn it to the full 10,000 square feet. So once COVID-19 kind of hit, we pumped the brakes a little bit, said, okay, what do we need to do to hold on to some revenue, work everything through, but keep whatever we can moving forward, maybe just at a slower pace. So now coming to where we are right now, we kind of saw that we can take out extra permits, do expansions, and so on. So we decided to fill out the paperwork for the temporary extension of premise till the end of the year. and we took over that extra piece of the parking lot, but we're going to keep it as still a asphalted, cemented up parking lot. We still have the lower area that we can use, but we have about 9,000 square feet of upper parking lot area that's now been completely converted over. We've got picnic tables, we've got standing tables, we've got a bunch of other stuff up.
And they have good beer. That's the other thing.
Oh yeah, we got and plenty of that. Like we've had to increase production now with the demand through everything going through with home deliveries and so on. We're going to keep home deliveries going forward as long as we possibly can. So if you're still looking for anything outside of our local come over pick up region, we're still doing pretty much the entire state except for the 3 lower counties. It's just a little too far for us up in Hackettstown to kind of get down to in a day. But if you're still looking for anything from us, please, send us an email at orders@zigmeisterbrewing.com and we'll get something down over to you. Well,
I will say this, and you brought this to my attention. There are beers that don't make it down to South Jersey from Zig. That you can get now that they'll deliver to your home. So that's kind of a bonus. I mean, to be able to get beers that we can't normally get without going to the brewery, now's the time to do that if you want to try something. And, we've had all their beers are great. I mean, and
so you walk into a liquor store right now and you see Zig on the shelf, you might see, and especially in South Jersey, you might see
Deep Sea.
2 to 4 beers, maybe.
Yeah.
We have 24 beers available in cans at the brewery at any time. So all of those, you can look on Untapped. We have our menu on Facebook. We have our menu on our website that you can go check out what beers we have available. All that is available for home delivery. Go check it out. And then in addition to that, with stuff that we're doing right now for opening, we haven't really been kegging anything in the past few weeks. So when we do open up, we're going to have all the beers that we have available, even in cans and whatever we have left over in kind of kegs from the past month that we've kind of been slowly kegging stuff off for. One of the big ones is we just had our 4th anniversary beer, our 4th anniversary. So
congratulations on that, by the way.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
It's fast.
Yeah, we actually have pretty much sold out of all of our 4th anniversary beer. But what our big thing is we have a little bit of Strong Together left. So we're going to be using that. We don't have any kegs of it, but we still have some cans left. So we're going to be selling that in glasses over at the brewery. Circle Liquors is probably one of our biggest sellers down south. So they're great. But we're going to be selling the Altogether beer that's being donated to Brewery Strong over at the brewery when we do open up. So you can get pints of that available over there. They don't have it in kegs. So we'll be cracking open cans, pouring it for you guys over there. And all the money for the beer is still going to be donated over to Brewery Strong. So if you grab a pint of it, it's going to a great place.
Thanks, Matt. And, Tucko, Tom, you went over there last night. Rob's a Tucko. Rob is the sales manager and bottle washer and does a lot of stuff over there. But, Tom, you actually were out at the space.
Yeah, it's a really good space.
So tell us a little bit what your thoughts are. I mean, Tom is Pete positive. He's always glass half full. So let's hear your thoughts on the whole thing.
I thought everything was spaced out nice. Everybody followed the rules. It's a great spot. It's cozy, and I hope they try to make it a permanent type thing. It would be nice to have up until like Thanksgiving. You have some heaters out there. I mean, it'd be really nice.
Yeah, I think I know a lot of the people down here in Cape May County, it was the town that had a problem with a lot of stuff. Yeah. The local restaurant down the street had outside seating. They didn't want the guys down here to have it as well. And I think this kind of helps push that agenda forward, which is nice.
Yeah, our space honestly is small, but we made use of what we could and what the township would give us. They're super helpful. Like they wanted us to have it, and we made use of some old kegs that we didn't really need, and they're now stools with cushions on them. And we made tables and we strung lights up, and it's a work in progress. And
you kind of feel secluded back there. It's got grape leaves and honeysuckle, so it really smells good too.
I sat back there with Michael Payne, had a couple of cocktails tonight, and talked glassware, and it was nice and cool. I'll tell you that. I thought it was gonna be hot. And it was nice.
Yeah, my son works over at Vagabonds in Egg Harbor Township on McCullough Golf Links, and they opened up yesterday. And they're a big craft beer. Tommy and Cassie, all those people at Vagabonds, and Elvis, big craft beer supporters. And they opened up, and the social distancing was cool. They're saying they have the mile stretch of tables. They're stretched out really, really far. And we've talked to a lot of people. It's going to bring me to this point. So perusing Facebook and talking to some people today. Let's just talk about not being an asshole.
Thank you for not letting me say it, because I was
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
going to run on that platform.
I try never to curse or do all this kind of stuff, but people know me. I do.
I
But
curse.
I saw a lot of things today on Facebook with a lot of the bars and restaurants, and we're doing reservations and people weren't showing up, and it was kind of like, yeah, I remember my first beer at a lot of places. Look, the reason that the state is allowing these places open is because they trust the responsibility of the people within the state to follow the rules and to act accordingly. Like, not every day is Mardi Gras and the Mummers Parade.
Yeah.
If you're going to go out there, have a couple beers, move on, let somebody else come out. I know everybody's dying to get out there and they want to grab that piece of real estate. If they ask you to leave, or if they say, hey, your 90 minutes is up, finish your drink and go. I mean, let's face it. If most people drink 2 nice craft beers, they really should be leaving anyway. Let's be, let's be honest.
Everybody rotates. And
Let everybody move around. Let everybody get in. I know it's new. It's the shiny new object, but let's respect each other. Wear your mask when you're supposed to wear your mask. If you feel like you've had enough to drink, you've had enough to drink. Don't give them a hard time. I mean, people are hurting. I mean, Matt and Rob and Tom, I mean, you can speak to this. I mean, you have a business and you're handcuffed. You can't do anything. And now they're giving us a little light.
And they're just as excited to see you as you are to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And listen, coming out of the bar industry, I want to stress this to everybody. This is new to everyone. Yes, every restaurant did takeout before. Not in this number, okay?
Mm-hmm.
These
Not
people,
to survive.
It's hard to prepare for that, especially during a holiday like Father's Day that's coming up. Be patient. Tip your people, because here's the deal. Whether they're at your table or not, they still have to get your food ready. They still have to bring it out to you. Please take care. And these people haven't worked for 3 months.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people are coming back to work and depending on you for their safety. I mean, they're depending on you for their safety. Matt, you've never run an outdoor beer garden before. You're a brewery owner. You make beer. You're learning.
I mean, everything for us has always been kind of inside sales and everything like that. Now we got to really push the outside stuff a lot heavier than we did before. Since when all of this kind of happened and we had to switch over everything to the COVID-19 changeover that the government kind of said, and it's all takeout, it's all home delivery. We switched from a 5-day week for tasting room to 7 days, because it's like, hey, whatever we can get out, we have to get out. And I had a group of people, that worked in the tasting room that said, whatever you guys need, and anything, here you go. I'll be here for you every day. And we worked around putting a schedule together, making sure there's the safety for the employees, safety, for the individuals getting the beer, and moving that forward. But now that we're switching back over to this, people coming over to the brewery again, grabbing beers and stuff, we're trying to continue this, safe atmosphere for people to come on in, make sure that, they can come in, get a beer, they can sit down with their group and not fear getting sick from people around them, or just, other people in the area feel that they're not going to be, encroaching on their area, and make sure the staff is going to be safe too. So we're switching back to a 5-day, Wednesday through Sunday work day for the tasting room. And I sat down with everybody yesterday. They came in at 4:00 in the evening. We stayed there till 10:00. We went through a whole different regime of how we're going to disinfect tables, how we're going to work through people coming inside to go to the bathroom, what we're going to deal with for how people are going to order, how we're going to deal with customers, hopefully few and far between that are going to complain about anything, how we're going to interact with those individuals, what we're going to do with lines, how are we going to pass problems down the line to other people that are going to be there. So if it's a regular employee, passing it to a manager, passing it to an owner, and so on, to deal with everything going on, to make sure that the staff feels safe to come back to work now, and also that the customer can be safe coming in here and there's not going to be a problem. Because I don't want to be the brewery that has an outbreak of COVID-19 and causes the state to shut down. And I also don't want to be the place, and I don't want to be the place that my staff says, you know what, you're not doing things right because you just want to open up and make money. And I want to make sure that the people that have dedicated their time and efforts to come over and care about beer and pass out great information and everything for making the Zig brand, I want to make sure that they're safe in the end of the day too. So
Yeah, and I think it's tough too. The ABC's running around everywhere. We know that. That's their job. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Move around.
that's their job.
That's
Yeah.
here's the other thing. We didn't make these rules, okay?
no.
And some people are afraid to go out still. Some people aren't. Like,
Mhm.
I'm the human petri dish. I go out every day to stores. I sell to people. I wash my hands. I have a jug of water in the back of my truck, and I wash my hands. And I spray my hands with sanitizer afterwards. I wear my mask where I have to wear my mask. I don't wear it when I go outside. It is what it is. But just keep in mind that your servers outside have to wear masks. They have to wear gloves. It's gonna be hot this weekend. Okay?
Mhm.
Have some mercy.
Have
Yeah.
some patience. Be nice to each other.
Here's the
Just
thing. There's
nice.
enough hate in the world, and we did this. Like, this is probably like the best thing I ever did, and
He's getting verklempt.
Verklempt.
yeah.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm going to help you out
This
for a
is
second
big.
here,
This is
Rob.
big shit.
No, it is. It's huge.
Me and Tom have known Rob for 100 years. I talk to Rob more than I talk to my family. I mean, he is so committed, and Matt is as well. I mean, all of us are. Rob is so committed to this movement, has worked really so hard, and he gets emotional because, even though we're doing, in the grand scheme of things, it may not seem like we're, the amount of money we're given may not be life changing. The gratitude we've gotten from people that have gotten the grants, especially the ones we've been able to hand deliver, has been just so amazing and made all the hard work that we've all done worth it.
Right. It's groceries. It's paying the electric bill. It'll
Yeah,
take care of gas.
Listen, just the good grace of people that it restored a little bit of faith in the human race. Honestly,
Yeah.
there's days I tell you, John, that I hate people, and sometimes I do.
But he loves
Yeah.
gatherings.
And I might say in a different fashion than that, but a lot of people have stepped up. Mike Bell, Frank Santor, you guys created like the best logo ever.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I like to say, even to like Matt's staff, that was helping with we have everybody doing it all together. And I don't think you guys realize every dollar of profit from all together went to Brewery Strong or to another organization. So that was all sweat, and they still had to make the beer, they still had to fill the beer, they still had to do all that, all the costs associated with this. They just didn't make a single cent off of it. And we started getting checks from, Matt, and we started getting checks from Carton, and I can go through the list is incredible, and Icarus and Flounder and Angry Eric, and you name it, the breweries that have been involved. It's been absolutely. I mean, I sit there at night thinking, boy, am I lucky to be a part of this community for the outreach that has happened, and the dollar amounts on some of these checks, and just to think, of how much their staff had to work to fill those cans and make that beer, and they still paid their staff to do that, and they took all these profits and just said, hey, we know you're doing good with this, get it out to the people that need it. Thank you. Like, thanking us.
Yeah.
To be able to thank us for doing this stuff is just blows my mind. I mean, I get not upset, but just thinking about it, this is a time when a lot of these breweries are suffering, a lot of these businesses are suffering, and you couldn't have gotten to us any quicker to want to give us that money to make sure we had people to go out and saying, how many calls have you gotten or emails? Hey, thanks so much for helping my people. Or, hey, thanks so much for thinking of my people. I really appreciate it. Or, she wasn't going to apply, but you guys talked to her, and now she's very, very happy. I mean, it's a very humbling experience, and I think all of us are pretty lucky. We work every day. Yeah. We kind of steer our own ships. Of course, it affected us, but maybe not in as big a way as it affected people that just had no income, and then the unemployment system was broke.
And then people still haven't gotten unemployment, and which is ludicrous. But I get to open the checks because they come here, and there's days I have to walk out to my back deck because I'm like, wow, it's overwhelming. The first check was
some of these,
Very valuable check, and I was like, oh my god.
and then people were doing 2 runs of it.
Yeah,
They made they're making it again to help. That's pretty amazing. So, you know, we would like to. We just are amazed by the by this community on a daily basis. I want to talk real quick, Brewery Strong. So we want you to go to brewerystrong.org and fill out an application. If this was your profession and this is what you did, even if you're collecting unemployment, we know that's not replacing a lot of your income. Especially, a lot of the state depends on this time of year for their, for their tips and for their income. And although we're opening we're only opening at a partial percentage. Right. And one of our good friends works over at the Tuckahoe Inn, and it's one of the places we like to go hang out. Me and Rob and Tom and
Tom thought he was working.
Yeah. Little did they know.
And we reached out to one of our friends there. He's like, "Yeah, I'm getting 1 shift a week." They have a lot of bartenders that are getting 1 shift a week.
Yeah,
they're opening, but they're working 1 day a week. I mean, it's really, we're opening up, but we're only opening up at a small percentile of what we can actually open up with. So if you got anybody's watching or listening or watching the rebroadcast, if you know somebody that could benefit from this, please have them apply. Brewerystrong.org. The form is very, very simple. And we're getting the money out fairly quickly. A bunch of checks went out this week. Well, we're going out early next week. Make sure you put your whole address in the address line.
And your whole name.
Yes.
And your whole name.
Fill it all out. All of it.
Yeah. If you don't, we're still going to track you down. We have Crystal on.
We'll find you. We'll find you. Be a little more
Every
difficult.
line is required.
So I know that I call their managers, the brewery owners, and I was talking to one of the owners of Callaway's, which is a bar here in South Jersey, and he's talking about, hey, I had all these people that are out of work. We're going to try and open. So thanks so much for what you did. We're talking to him, and he's thankful for what we did for us. And these are the things that nobody gets to see, nobody gets to hear, and we're privy to hearing that. So we're going to keep on keeping on, and keep trying to build that pot up and get the money where it needs to go. And also, if we're going to start seeing people go back to Siebel or to see Dr. Berman over in the University of Sciences to do some of the stuff. We'd love to be able to help some of the breweries send some of their people there as well. And
honestly, like seminars to educate bars and restaurants as to proper glassware.
Yes, exactly.
Beer, because the more you know, the more you sell.
Pouring, serving, styles, all of it. Just
it's important.
Education in the craft beer industry is going to help the industry in a whole.
Yeah. So
it's from the brewery side or the restaurant side, is all of it.
So we went a little over tonight, but I thought it was important that we have we talked a little bit about everything. Rob, what are you guys doing over there? Tuckahoe, what's your opening, closing? What's your hours? How you doing over there?
So yeah, we're open 4 to 8, 4 to 9. I'm sorry, yeah, we changed it. 4 to 9 Monday through
Friday.
Friday, and then
1 to 9, and then 12 to 6.
And 12 to 6, yeah.
If you're around tomorrow in Egg Harbor Township, go see Tom. Ask for his autograph. Let us take a picture of him with his thumb. Yeah, Matt, did you see
it'll be in a glove.
We'll have a
mask on.
He had a nice nail through it. He was building a doghouse.
I saw the
buy a
pics.
doghouse. My hands are beautiful. And Matt, what's the plans up there for Zig?
Yeah, so we're opening up first day tomorrow. We're going to do 1 to 8, Wednesday through Saturday, and then Sunday 12 to 6. All outdoor tasting room stuff for now, but we'll be changing it up every week, changing things. So keep an eye on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we'll keep you guys updated.
So one thing I wanted to say is going back to like what you find down in the stores here from Zigmeister. When we did the beer dinner last year, your rep that was there, at that point, you were well over 500 different styles.
I think we ate tongue with that too.
Huh?
I think we ate tongue with that too.
Yes, it was the beef tongue with that, yeah. And so you got to be over 600 different kinds that you've made by now.
Yeah, we're like maybe even up to the 700s right now. We're constantly adding new beers and adding new things.
The road trip is what we're saying.
Yeah, I mean the deep sea New England style IPA, where it's a different recipe every month, and we only rotate 3 or 4 every year. I mean, every style of beer that we make, seasonal or series or whatever, is constantly rotating. So we're always making new recipes.
South Jersey beer scene, we're starting to write a little bit more because we have stuff to write about. We have a fluid article up right now with all the South Jersey breweries and what they're doing. Sorry, Matt. We can't get up there yet to do the North Jersey stuff.
It's okay.
South Jersey beer scene has a fluid, constantly changing article up there with opening, closing times, what the plans are. I think that the amount of picnic tables that were built in New Jersey this last weekend probably set some kind of Guinness World Record.
It probably did.
So go to sjbeerscene.com. We have the article pinned, and you'll be able to check out all that. Listen, guys, thanks so much for watching. We're going to have this back on YouTube. Please, brewerystrong.org. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Tommy.
Thank you.
Hold on 1 second.
Go ahead.
Pick him up, Lauren.
Oh, you're gonna put it down.
I got to show you the newest edition and what caused me my injury.
I heard he doesn't like you.
He doesn't. I think I am the first male he's ever encountered. So
I just want to leave with one thing as you're watching Tom's dog who's afraid of him. Dude, listen.
Ooh.
This is
Holy gee, that puppy's bigger than both of my dogs.
that's all. Jeez. Yeah, this is unprecedented times, and yeah, you don't know what the person you're talking to, what boat or what shoes they're in, and just try to be the best human you can.
Absolutely.
Honestly, and yeah, this is what this is all about. And yeah, listen,
Be nice.
I get angry some days. Usually, I come home and scream. So somebody else on the receiving end, but
Poor Brenda.
I don't know. But yeah, like just try to do the best you can. And everybody's struggling. Everybody out there is struggling.
Toast us out of here, Rob, will you?
Yeah. Brewery Strong, people. We're here, and we're not going to stop.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for all your help, everybody that's helped us so far. We appreciate it.
Cheers, everybody. We'll
Cheers.
see you
Cheers.
next week with Sean from Atco. Cheers, everybody. Bye.
Later. I tried to make it. I couldn't.